Hi, it's Vivian Glick, and welcome back to part 2 of my deeply personal conversation with Lisa Nichols. If you join us for part 1, you know how powerful and emotional this dialogue has been as mothers, as women, as leaders, and as humans trying to raise the next generation while still healing ourselves. In this episode, Lisa takes us even deeper, giving us not just her story, but her step-by-step guidance on how to create safety, connection, and resilience with our kids and within ourselves. We talk about what emotional safety actually looks like, how to ask your child the one question that can transform your relationship, and how to start letting go lovingly so our kids can grow into who they are meant to be, not who we need them to be. So if you've ever thought, am I doing this right? This episode is for you. Let's dive back in. So I want to ask you this question about inside the coursework of motivating teen spirit. You help teens just design a vision for their life that excites them, right? Like, gotta have a dream, gotta have the vision.
Yeah. First, I help them identify how they feel. That's the first thing. It's how do you feel about this right now? I help them find the dot on the kiosk in the mall that says you are here.
I love that.
Because in order to navigate to anywhere, any goal, any intention, we all have to identify our own unique dot. So the first thing we help them to see is that they're not a carbon copy version of anyone else. They have their own dot. So that's the first thing. And then we map, what does that feel like? And what do you want? And then we begin to go get it.
Yeah, I think that's so important because kids come from every kind of background. But like what you and I were just talking about is they are not the projection of what we want for them, right? And so like, where are they? What do they love? What do they want for their life? What's their vision for where they want to go? That is just so important. What's one exercise or prompt parents could borrow and do at home, even around the dinner table? And then maybe you could tell us one ritual, because I agree with you. Rituals are so important. And we didn't even talk about the ravages of technology, but we know that's what's underlying all of this.
Yeah.
How can we bring ritual back to the family so that just by being, we're grounding our family and our kids and those things that we know we call on decades later to make us feel sane and in the world?
Number one, I would say don't sleep on the safe space agreements. Those 3 agreements to create a safe space. Those are great for Friday night, Saturday night, popcorn and safe space conversations. Mm-hmm. They're really great for let me see you. Everyone wants to be seen, heard, and honored. And a safe space allows you to see. So that's number one. You talked about what can you do around the dinner table. The other thing is we have several. So we're really high on experiential interactive learning. You're going to love it. And we do this thing where, and our teens love it because it's a physical demonstration, but we pour liquid in a glass and say, this is all the things you came with. You came with creativity, you came with kindness, and then on top of it, I'm doing the very fast version, we pour oil. And on top of the oil, so let's say the bottom is fresh pressed juice. Fresh, organic, it's who you came from. And then the next level is oil. And the oil is everything that people dump on you. Their opinions, their perceptions, their judgments. And then on top of that, we put glitter and we say, this is the mask that we wear. And just that visual, having that visual around, you'll see the teens will begin to say, if someone says something negative, says, please don't put oil on me. Or if they are operating from their original uniqueness, say, oh, you're operating from the real thing. So there's the real thing, the oil, and the mask, showing them that physical distinction. just has been so life-changing. That's a really great visual to show them. Now, when you come to the camp, we'll show you, and you'll see young adults who actually learned it when they were 15. They're going to teach it now. And so having that kind of space. Now, the last thing I want to invite you to consider, something I started doing with Jelani when he was about 8. And every 6 months, I would say, Jelani, how do you rate our relationship on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being non-existent, 10 being it's amazing and blissful, and 1 being I feel like we don't have one. And Jelani would give it a rating. The first time he did it, I just knew I was going to get like a 9, 9.5. He gave me a 7. And I was devastated. But here's the agreement. You cannot show any emotion when they give you the rating, or else if they make you cry, if they make you mad, then giving you the rating is not safe, because they don't want to make you mad and they don't want to hurt you. So you have to hold it all in and ask this very critical question. Are you ready for it? This is the critical question. What would take it from a 7 to a 10? And that's all you focus on for the next 6 months. So I asked Jelani that question every 6 months for about 9 years. And the first time I asked him, he gave me a 7. He says, Mommy, he was about 8 years old. He goes, Mommy, when you go away on those far, far trips where your phone doesn't work, I want to go with you. That's all he asked. So I put him on distance learning. And I took him on the road with me whenever I went international. I asked him the same question again when he was 18. You appreciate this. He's 19. He's a student at Le Cordon Bleu Culinary Institute in Pasadena. He came home for a weekend, and we're sitting on the couch and we're watching Law and Order Marathon together. And he made me one of his gourmet salads that he had learned how to make at Le Cordon Bleu. And I said, Jelani, on a scale from 1, he goes, Mom, please don't tell me you're going to ask me this again. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate our relationship? He said a 9.5. I said, what would take it from a 9.5 to a 10? He goes, Mom, we're sitting on the couch, watching a marathon, eating salads together on a Saturday. It really is a 10, but it feels too weird to say it. But I would say ask your children that rating. Have the courage to ask them the rating and then listen to the response.
That is so beautiful. So how can we learn more about motivating the teen spirit? What would kind of be your guidance for parents to check out?
Yeah. So I'm excited. You can go to motivatingtheteenspirit.com. Or if you want to look me up, Lisa Nichols, you can go to my website, and then one of the options is Motivating the Teen Spirit. It is my first love. Go to that page and register. Get on our waiting list. We'll tell you then about our online virtual meetups, where we have rich, dynamic conversations with teens all over the world. We normally have teens come from about 12 different countries. If it's on your heart to donate. We're a 501c3. We did something unique a year ago. We removed all costs to attend our camps. So our summer camp is like any other summer camp, costs about $2,200 a teen. If you have a teen and your teen could benefit from emotional intelligence and some EQ, register them. We don't turn any teen away, and no teen pays. We live 100% off donations. So send your baby or send your resources to support our babies. Either one. Do both. We have a lot of parents who can't believe it's free. So they send their child and they donate sleeping bags, or they donate, So, give us your babies and, come to the graduation. I tell parents, come to the graduation, embrace yourself. It's like Christmas in August, Christmas in July. You won't believe it happened. Something happens when a body of teens get together and they move emotionally safely together. It's something that we as parents can't provide our children. We're not their siblings. We're not their friends. We're not their same age. We're their parents. But what we can do is put them in the environment to get emotional intelligence.
One more question. So say I am a struggling mom. Part of my issue is my self-confidence, or knowing kind of my own, reestablishing my own identity, because it's just been so sucked into all of the love,
how they roll
and trouble, et cetera. I know you have a lot of resources. What would you recommend as kind of a first step where somebody could put their toe into your work?
I know that woman very well.
Me too.
And I wrap my arms around you. And I would say on that same website, Motivating the Masses, go to programs and choose either No Matter What. I think that's my favorite, No Matter What, or the program Abundance Now. And both are around filling up your cup first and then serving from your overflow. Putting yourself at the front of your very long line of people to serve. Putting yourself first. And so No Matter What or Abundance Now, I recorded each one. I give you an action step at the end of each little short video because action is what's going to move you, not thinking, not listening, actually action. So I'm real big on small, palatable moves, bite-sized moves that if I do enough of them consistently, I can catch my breath. If I didn't
put yourself first.
And put yourself first. Serve others from your overflow.
Yeah. That is what it's all about. Well, this has been amazing. I'm so honored that you've joined us. I think we've got some real gems in here that we can really empower struggling parents. You and I both know this pain of wanting to do everything and not having the tools. And then feeling like a bad mom and parenting in the anxious generation. So thank you so much, Lisa. I will look forward to Bad Mom Part 2.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I love you, sis. Thank you for what you do. And thank you for the hope that you're bringing to moms. Yeah. We whether we signed up for with intention or God just gave us a child, we found ourselves as mothers wanting to do the very best. And I often joke, no one gave me instructions with this child.
Yeah. The hardest job in the world doesn't come with an instruction manual.
Right. So thank you for giving guidance. And more importantly, thank you for being a safe space in a community for moms to talk freely and honestly.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You're not a bad mom. You're not a bad parent. You're a badass in a broken system. Keep fighting. We've got your back. This is the unlearning. This is the undoing. This is the uprising. Bad parents unite because they'd rather you stay silent.